It hits you out of nowhere. You're somewhere new, a street, a room, a conversation you've never had before, and suddenly, a wave of certainty washes over you. You have been here before. This exact moment, you've lived it. And then, just as fast, it's gone. You can't say when it happened or where or what comes next. Just the fading echo of a feeling, I've been here before. It's called déjà vu, French for already seen. Most people will feel it many times in their lives, and for centuries, we've reached for spooky explanations, past lives, glitches in reality, glimpses of the future. So why do you get déjà vu? What is actually happening in your brain in that strange electric second? The answer changes everything you think you know about memory, reality, and how your mind quietly checks its own work. Start with what déjà vu actually feels like, because the feeling is the clue. It's not a memory, it's the feeling of a memory, familiarity with nothing attached. You're certain you know this moment, but you can't retrieve a single detail. It's exactly like a word stuck on the tip of your tongue, the sense of knowing without the knowing itself. That comparison turned out to be the key, because a cognitive psychologist named Cleary at Colorado State University suspected déjà vu wasn't supernatural at all. She thought it was a memory phenomenon, and to prove it, she did something clever. She figured out how to create déjà vu, on purpose, in a lab. This wasn't a mystery from beyond. This was something she could build. Here's how she did it. Cleary suspected the trigger was spatial layout, the hidden geometry of a place. So she built virtual scenes using the video game The Sims. A scene might be a garden, then later, a junkyard, completely different on the surface, but she made them secretly identical in their layout. The same arrangement of objects, a path here, a tall shape there, an opening in the same spot. And when people moved through the second scene, many of them felt it. That eerie wash of familiarity, déjà vu. Their brains had quietly recognized the layout from the earlier scene, but couldn't consciously recall it. So all that surfaced was the feeling, this place is familiar, I've been here before, you had been there before, just not where or when you thought. So that's the mechanism. Somewhere in your past is a scene, a room, a corner, an angle of light that matches the one in front of you closely enough to trip your brain's familiarity alarm. But the actual memory is too faint, too buried to pull up. You get the alarm without the file, the signal without the source. But here's the part that's genuinely beautiful. Déjà vu may not be a glitch at all. It may be a sign your brain is working exactly right, because look at what happens in that moment. Your brain throws up a flag, this is familiar, and at the very same time, another part of you knows that's impossible. You've never been on this street, and studies of the brain during déjà vu point not to the memory centers lighting up, but to regions involved in conflict checking, the part of you that fact-checks your own mind, that detects the clash between this feels familiar and this can't be, and flags it. In other words, déjà vu might be the feeling of your memory system auditing itself, running a check, catching a false alarm in the act and quietly asking, wait, is that real? It's not your memory failing, it's your memory monitoring its own accuracy and letting you feel the moment it does. This was never a window into another life. It was your brain checking its work. So the next time it happens, that sudden, dizzying certainty that you've lived this exact moment before, don't reach for the supernatural. What you're feeling is stranger and somehow more wonderful. You're feeling a forgotten fragment of your own past brush against the present. And you're feeling the quiet machinery of your mind catch it, question it, and keep you anchored in what's real. You really have been here before, in some faint, half-buried way, and the small miracle is that for 1 second, you got to feel your own brain notice, and most of us never even knew that's what it was.